Bret Michael Sychak, born March 15, 1963, professionally known as Bret Michaels, is an American singer-songwriter and musician. He gained fame as the lead singer of the rock band Poison, who have sold over 40 million records worldwide and 15 million records in the United States alone. 3. The band has also charted 10 singles to the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100, including 6 top 10 singles and a number 1 single, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. 4. Besides his career as lead singer, he has several solo albums to his credit, including the soundtrack album to the movie A Letter from Death Row, in which Michaels starred, wrote and directed in 1998, and a Poison-style rock album, Songs of Life, in 2003. Michaels has appeared in several movies and TV shows, including as a judge on the talent show Nashville Star, which led to his country-influenced rock album Freedom of Sound in 2005. He starred in the hit VH1 reality show Rock of Love with Bret Michaels and its sequels, which inspired his successful solo album Rock My World. He was also the winning contestant on NBC's reality show Celebrity Apprentice 3 and also featured in his own reality docuseries Bret Michaels, Life as I Know It, which inspired his highest charting album as a solo artist, Custom Built, reaching number 1 on Billboard's Hard Rock list. He is also known for hosting on the Travel Channel. In 2006, Hit Parader ranked Michaels at number 40 on their list of greatest heavy metal singers of all time. 5. Michaels was born Bret Michael Sychak on March 15, 1963, to Wally and Marjorie Sychak, north of Pittsburgh in the city of Butler, Pennsylvania, and grew up in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. 1. He attended Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School. He has 2 sisters, Michelle and Nicole. 6. He claims that his parents had originally intended for him to have the middle name Maverick, after the title character in the popular James Garner TV Western series Maverick. 7. He is of Carpatho-Rusyn, from his paternal grandfather, Irish, English, German, and Swiss descent. 8. Bret's great-uncle Nick Sychak fought at Omaha Beach in the invasion of Normandy and was killed in action in France in 1944. 9. At the age of 6, Michaels fell ill, and during a 3-week stay in the hospital, he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. 10. Michaels began playing the guitar as a teenager, forming a band with drummer Ricky Rocket, bass player Bobby Dahl and guitarist David Besselman. Shortly thereafter, Besselman left the band due to creative differences, and in 1983 the band hired Matt Smith to form a new band named Paris in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. In early 1984 the band, tired of playing the Pennsylvania bar circuit, changed their name to Poison, 10, and moved west to Los Angeles to seek fame in the Sunset Boulevard scene. That same year, Michaels met 16-year-old Tracy Lewis, who would become both his girlfriend and the muse for one of his most memorable songs. Eventually, Matt Smith tired of the band's struggle to find fame and returned home. He was replaced by C.C. DeVille, who would become both Michaels' friend and a source of conflict. 10. Local publicity about the band eventually led to a record deal with Enigma Records, and their first album, Look What the Cat Dragged In. It did not see great success until 1987, when Michaels convinced the band to film a video for their song, Talk Dirty to Me. The album went platinum, and the band became famous. 11. In March of that year, Poison headlined a show at Madison Square Garden. Michaels took his insulin injection before the show but was so nervous about performing that he neglected to eat. Several songs into Poison's set, Michaels went into insulin shock and collapsed on stage. When subsequent media reports alleged that Michaels collapsed due to a drug overdose, Michaels publicly announced that he was a diabetic. 10. 1987 also saw the dissolution of his relationship with Lewis, who felt that fame had changed him. Though Michaels contends that Lewis was unfaithful to him, Lewis, now Lewis Crosby, insists that it was Michaels who was unfaithful. Michaels was inspired by the breakup to write Every Rose Has Its Thorn, explaining that the rose represented his fame and success, whereas the loss of his relationship represented the thorn. The song was released as a power ballad single in December 1988, and is regarded as the ultimate 80s anthem about heartbreak. 10. Throughout the 1980s and early 1990s, Poison became one of the biggest glam metal bands in the world, recording their second album, the multi-platinum selling Open Up and Say Ah, and their third album, the multi-platinum selling Flesh and Blood. However, their lives were characterized by the escalating tension between Michaels and DeVille that derived from their mutual drug use, which came to a head during their 1990-91 Flesh and Blood World Tour. Also cited is the spectacle of DeVille's behavior during the 1991 MTV Video Music Awards. After getting into a fistfight with Michaels, DeVille left the band, and descended further into addiction. Poison went on with new guitarist Richie Kotzen recording the Gold album Native Tongue, and then with guitarist Blues Saraceno recording the album Crack a Smile. And more. In the mid-1990s, after a night of partying, Michaels came close to dying when he crashed his Ferrari into a telephone pole. He incurred serious injury, including broken ribs, a disfigured nose and lost teeth. 10. In 1999, reunited with original guitarist C.C. DeVille, Poison went on a successful Greatest Hits reunion tour. In the next decade, Bret Michaels would split his time between Poison and a successful solo career. Michaels recorded his first solo album in 1998 titled A Letter from Death Row, which was the soundtrack to the same titled movie he directed, wrote, and starred in. In 2000, Michaels released a Country Demos EP and also released the album Show Me Your Hits, which featured re-recorded Poison classics. The album featured Michaels performing Poison hits in a new way and also featured other artists with Michaels on selected tracks. In 2001, Michaels released a unique storytellers CD titled Ballads, Blues and Stories, which featured Poison and Michaels solo tracks along with recorded stories about each song. In 2003, Michaels released a brand new studio album Songs of Life, which featured the singles Rain, dedicated to his daughter, and Bittersweet. Michaels also released his first solo music video for the single Rain, which was directed by award-winning director Shane Stanley. 12. The album also featured a music video for Menace to Society and a 9/11 tribute One More Day. 13. Michaels served as a judge on the 2005 season of the reality television singing competition Nashville Star and released a country rock album in the same year called Freedom of Sound. The album features the singles Right Now, Right Here, 14, Open Road, which Michaels performed live on the show, 15, and the hit single All I Ever Needed, featuring Jessica Andrews, which appeared on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart, with its best position being number 45. 16. The song also featured a music video which appeared on Billboard's Hot Video Clip Tracks chart in 2008. 17. Michaels released a best of album called Rock My World in June 2008, which featured music from his reality television series Rock of Love, including the new singles Go That Far, Rock of Love Theme, Fallen and Start Again, the first two singles also featuring music videos with clips from the series. The album charted at number 40 on the Billboard 200, number 4 on the top independent albums, number 4 on the top hard rock albums, and number 16 on the top rock albums chart. 18. In December 2008, Michaels released a single version of Driven, Rock Mix, which also featured a music video with preview clips for the third season of Rock of Love, titled Rock of Love Bus. Michaels also re-released the Fallen single with acoustic, piano and demo versions included.